What's going on? It's Astronaut H, and this is the What More Do You Want Network. Now, in this video, I will be discussing James Harden, and I don't want to say his resurgence or just James Harden as the saving grace of the Los Angeles Clippers at this moment. Honestly, when I look at James Harden and what he's been able to do this season, granted it's early, but with the Clippers not having Paul George, him moving on to Philadelphia, not having Kawhi Leonard due to injury, and he's upticked his entire statistical category. We're talking about a player that was averaging 16 points per game last year, about 5 rebounds, and almost 8.5 assists. Shot 42% from the field, about 38% from three. Now, granted, he is shouldering a little more of the offensive load, but we look at a guy who's averaging almost 23 points per game now, almost more than 2.5 rebounds now at 7. You look at his assist numbers are up almost 9 a game. His field goal percentage is dropping because, again, like I said, he's averaging more shots now that Kawhi and Paul George isn't there. But you look at his 3-point percentages right around a little bit around the league average at 34.6. But when I look at James Harden and I look at what he's been able to accomplish, right, not only in his time with the Clippers, but we could dial it back to the Brooklyn Nets, we could go to the Houston Rockets, and also the OKC Thunder. He's a bona fide Hall of Famer. Let's just get that out the way. He's a bona fide Hall of Famer, MVP. We know what he's capable of, and I just read a report where him is between James Harden, Wilt Chamberlain, Kobe Bryant, and I believe Michael Jordan. They have 140 point games. I believe that was the stat, if I'm not mistaken. They have 140 point games. If I'm not mistaken, that is the stat. But when you look at James Harden and what he's been able to do with this team, like I said, there's nobody in this comparison, right? There's nobody right now, at least in my opinion, who's had to take more of a back seat in certain situations, right? He goes to Brooklyn. He takes a back seat to Kyrie and KD, right? Still produces, still does what he does. Moves on to the Clippers, and he's taking a back seat to Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. Now, neither one of those guys are there, and I know everybody is saying to themselves, what is going to happen with the Clippers, right? What is going to happen with the Clippers now that those two guys are gone? Well, Kawhi isn't really gone, but due to injury, he's gone. So Ty Lue himself has to put together a makeshift roster. You still have a bona fide all-star Hall of Famer on your team, but we don't know what it's going to look like with the other pieces around him. Norman Powell, you look at Amir Coffey, you look at Terrence Mann, you look at Zubac, and you say, even Derrick Jones Jr., you say to yourself, in a loaded Western Conference, what is going to come of that? And that's something that speaks to Harden's, not only his ability as a leader, but also his ability to still be able to get it done at this stage of his career. Because honestly, he's at a stage in his career where he could say, you know what? I am the guy, and I'm here, and I feel like, all right, the pressure is on, and he could fold under it. But for him to be able to produce at a very high level right now speaks volume to his game, speaks volume to the professional that he is, and just speaks volume to just the overall want to of James Harden. Again, like I said, he's averaging the type of stats that when you look back and you say last year he played in 72 games. He played in 72 games. And excuse me, I did forget that he did play with Joel Embiid in Philadelphia. I totally missed that. I totally missed when he was in Philadelphia because it just didn't register. It just didn't register immediately. But you look at his time in Philadelphia, you look at his time in Brooklyn, you look at his time in Houston, OKC, and now with the Clippers. And like I said, James Harden is a bona fide Hall of Famer. Nothing is going to stop me from saying that. You know, we're talking about a guy with 140-point games. That's crazy. We already know he could put the ball in the basket. And what he's been able to do now, you know, at this stage of his career speaks volumes to that. So, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Do you guys see, you know, James Harden pushing the Los Angeles Clippers into the playoffs? Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Hit that notification bell to know anytime a video is being uploaded to this channel. It's Astronaut H. This is the What More Do You Want Network. And I'll catch you guys on the next video.